nothing is as bad as you imagine it to be, right? But at that same time, sometimes it's really, really hard to find that, okay, everything is going to work out. Some days can be really, really dark. And I had lots of moments like that, with, especially with my parents, and dealing with that kind of thing. In my relationship with my wife, just feeling guilt over not being honest about something, and carrying that kind of thing, and being afraid to be honest with people, especially with the people that care about you, that have unconditional love for you. That is one of the hardest things that you could ever do, I think. Sometimes it's understanding that you feel this way about something, you're afraid of this, and sharing it with somebody. And finally realizing that you are loved enough to share that, and to have people help you work through it is big. The weight that gets lifted, it's insurmountable. And like I said before, if it's not somebody like that you're in a relationship with, or a parent, there's somebody at the church. But even before all of that, there's just saying a prayer and asking for, who is this person? Because there's a person for you that's going to help you, and that's not going to care about your flaws. They're going to help you with them. So
I think in my situation, I felt ashamed for feeling fear, just because I felt like I needed to be heroic in a way, and not be fearful and know exactly what to do in that situation. So I felt ashamed that I was afraid and didn't know what to do. And I kind of go about those kind of scary situations, or past scary situations since that incident, just like being like, oh, calm down, like everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna get through this, you need to step up, or just something along those lines, just being like, not justifying anything, but just kind of like saying you don't need to fear, stuff like that. And when that stuff happened with my grandma, I kind of I prayed every night, for her to get better and everything. But I was young. I really didn't understand everything about my faith and everything. So I said those prayers, and I was like, okay, that's, it's gonna make everything better. But I kind of thought of it more as God being a genie, rather than just my father that cares about me and stuff like that. So I was just praying to him. Sometimes I would pray to him for friend stuff, or something like that, and I'd be like, okay, now when do I get it? You know what I'm saying? So it's I really didn't understand my fear, or just how praying worked or anything like that. So it took me a while to really understand that and be able to work that into my life and work that into how I go about fear.
Yeah, one thing that is really tough to realize as a person is that when something is happening, that it's probably not the first time that it's happened to somebody, but man, does it feel like it. And nobody's going to understand. Nobody's felt like this before. And that feeling is tough. And finding somebody that's been through something similar is good, but sometimes that's not possible. But just realizing that you're not alone. We need to remind ourselves of that all of these things have happened to somebody else, and they made it. And we will too. Yeah.